Alright, hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So here we are, we're finally jumping in, Bio Broly. The way I've heard people talk about this stage, I'm expecting like the most difficult fight of the year or something. Well, I guess it's 2026 now, but you get what I mean, right? The way people have talked about this stage, we'll see. Now, I don't know what all he does. I do like to try and avoid seeing like what enemy fights do. I do know that with Bio Broly here, so apparently he does like a ton of damage and that you can dodge it. Those are the only things I know about this fight. I did see like one thing about the Cell Max fight and the Gammas fight, but we'll go over those in those videos. So we'll see. I'm going to continue on. I don't know if this is the proper team to win with this. But at least for the initial attempt or two here, we'll see. I am going to try using the superhero team. I've been trying to use the superhero team quite a bit. This is somewhat continuing showcase for these characters, but more so I am just trying to win. So if I have to like float Piccolo off to do that, I will. Right, so I mean, we'll see what happens, but either way, I mean, let's jump in here. I'm definitely, once again, very excited. I mean, this guy, the way he's talked about, I should be scared, but I don't know. I feel like people probably are just overhyping him. Right, I don't really... We'll see, I guess. Okay, so he's healing. You can dodge. He can't be stun, sealed, or attack or defense lowered. And he builds up with each attack received. It's kind of interesting. So that means just 10 attacks, he's fully built up. That's, okay, that's a decision. We'll just play it out like this with the rotation exactly how it is. I don't know... Like, I might honestly... Having Golden Freeze at the end there, so it's only a 40 mil heal. Alright, what do we got here? How much are you hitting for, dude? Ooh, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, what the fuck? He stuns? He stuns. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't like stuns. That's... okay. Now, considering... He doesn't seem that tanky. Ooh. Well, I think Gamma 1 takes a lot, that first one. Golden Frieza can also take quite a bit. So, can he super several times? Once again, all I knew was that he hit hard and that you could dodge him. He also heals and stuns. What the hell? Oh, goddamn. Normals! Normals! Holy fuck! Oh boy, goddamn. That hurt. That really hurt. So I'm not really able to build this character up. Interesting. Okay. Should I keep them in slot 1 then? I feel like I should. Honestly... Okay. I'm a bit concerned about Piccolo here. But we're going to play the turn out exactly like this. How much damage are you going to take this turn? Because Broly's been... Okay, still triple digits. I mean, to be fair, it is an unarmed super. So for the first several, you know, turns, excuse me. I mean, we have, what, like, it's 88? Or is it 9? It's 98% damage reduction, I believe, with the guard. Like, we definitely should be double-digit tanking. Okay. Now, Baseless here is very crazy in terms of damage. So, yeah, okay. About a health bar and a half already. Now, Piccolo... I guess he has 70% damage reduction guard his first turn, but that's what Golden Frieza has. Although this guy should be higher defensively than Golden Frieza was. Although this guy also has more build-up. Or rather, he's had more build-up. Okay. A bit of damage, but we're fine still. Okay. So if it's an unarmed super, then so Gamma 1 counter could be pretty crazy. Right? Although, should I go for the counter? Or should I go for maintaining the support? That is actually a very interesting question, I feel. So this turn it's a 70%, and then next turn it's just guaranteed. Well, it's character entry. Yeah, no, next turn it would be guaranteed. Honestly, so this is going to be risky. I definitely feel like... I mean, I haven't seen how much damage he's going to do to... but... How would Gohan do without receiving a super? We have no build-up defensively. Alright, we'll just play the turn out like this. We'll test it. I failed the counter. Okay, so 1.3. That doesn't seem that scary, honestly. Considering, I mean, he should have been fully built up. Unless he has some, like, sort of, like, shadow build-up, like, that I can't actually see.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay. Ooh, Piccolo, ooh. Why I gotta get him first? Oh, no. Man. Shit. That's so... Alright. Honestly, no, I can work with this. I'm not even gonna play around Piccolo here, so... Essentially, what I'm seeing here is I need to win in 5 turns. Well, rather, I need to win by the time turn 7 hits. So Gohan, AGL Gohan, is going to be practically immune to this guy's supers at least. And then, because it looks like he's just guaranteed to super slot 1, and he's doing it immediately every time, he will be fine against the normals as well. And then... Damn, can I even... This is going to be interesting, if I can actually kill fast enough. It's going to be like a race against the clock. So I think what we do, once again, yeah, I mean, he did a health bar on his own, though. And then I can use... So when I use Tech Gogeta, get like the full field orb turn, like we should honestly... This guy doesn't seem that tanky. I mean, the heal is kind of... That's rough, but as long as I am able to maintain AGL Gohan support, I feel like this should be pretty easy, honestly. I kind of feel like... Am I, like, missing something? Like, why is everyone, like, freaking out about this guy? I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, I suppose when he initially released, the superhero EZAs weren't out. But, I mean, we're going to be able to have a ton of support for everyone else on the team. Wait, oh. Okay, so he did not actually... Why didn't he... So can he just super... Is it slot 1... Wait, what? Is he not guaranteed to super slot 1? Wait, what the hell happened? Why didn't he super this turn? He just had the heal. Right? Where did super go? Am I fucking crazy? Where'd the super go? Did I didn't attack break him. Right? I don't think I did. What would I even... I didn't attack break him, so what the fuck? Why? I'm confused. I am very confused here. I have genuinely no idea why I... Okay. Huh. I guess I'll take it. I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to complain. Okay, so Gamma 2 is perfectly fine. Gamma 1, we haven't really built him up yet, but he should still be fine. Because Bio Broly, I mean, he's practically fully built up at this point. I mean, he definitely, it's only 10 attacks. He definitely has to be, especially after Gamma 2, so... We got the triple super on Gamma 1, that is huge. Yeah, I don't know, he doesn't seem that scary to me. I've heard so much talk about... Ooh. He could do a lot of damage, though, for sure. I've heard so much talk about this guy that I was expecting a bit more, maybe? Okay, so what I could do here... We'll just take advantage of... I can keep him slot 1. And then we'll use your active. So how much damage is this going to do? Okay. Only did about a health bar. And he has the heal. Interesting. And then I'm not going to get Piccolo support up. Well, fuck. I honestly thought... Oh, wait, so that time, I wasn't even thinking about that. Gohan does have the attack break on his active. But why didn't he super the other time? I'm actually really confused about that still. I mean, I guess I'll take it, but like... What the fuck? So next turn, I'll just use Golden Frieza. Or rather, I'll use Gogeta. Ooh. God damn. That's actually... Okay. That's kind of funny. Wait, so we didn't receive a super, so we die. That's... Okay, man. That's going to be interesting to work around that. So can I even use...
Let's do this.
Gohan's active, then? Ooh. I don't really have attempts to play around with, so... Do we try using Beast Gohan's active as like a finishing tool then at the end of the fight, maybe? That is interesting. This guy seems kind of fun. I'm not like just trying to be like different or something. Like he doesn't... He honestly doesn't seem that scary. Okay, we dodged the super that time. That's actually kind of huge. Because it's just when receiving the super, so we still have the full buff now. Although, I'm going to need to get lucky with the crits. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the superhero team should be able to do this. Maybe I should try... It might be a good idea to try like running the Gamma 2 card, though. Instead of Gohan Gamma 1. Double Gohan Gamma 1. So, being able to just... I don't know. It's going to be weird to play around with. So, if I get rid of the super at all, then the character's guaranteed to take damage. But if I don't get rid of it, how do I kill? You know, like that is going to be interesting to try and play around with. I don't know if I can even win this time though with Beast Gohan starting in slot 7. I don't know if it's possible. And then Golden Frieza here is on turn 2. So this guy has a bit more build-up at this point, I imagine. Although at the same time, I'll also have both Gohan phase 2s. So I'd be able to have I'll have 80% phase 2 support, actually, for Golden Frieza next turn, so he should be perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Oh, goddamn. Really? 70% damage reduction with the guard. And he took that much. Jesus. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think what I need to do, I need to bring the STR Gamma 2. I feel like that's definitely going to be like the proper way of going about this fight. And then I'll just like float Golden Frieza here, I guess. Because with that, I mean, Gamma 2 can do a ton of damage. And if I have the Gamma 1 active up for him as well, he especially will do a ton of damage. So he has the class and type advantage versus this guy. So I definitely feel like using him as a friend would be better in this fight, as opposed to Gohan Gamma 1. But then I need to... I guess I'm going to have to... I'll have to figure out the rotations then. Ooh, what the fuck? Wait, he takes 500,000 from the first normal and then nothing from the second. So Frieza's definitely dead here, by the way. Nothing I can do about that. I mean, this is going to be his first hit. He's done for sure. I guess we'll see how much he takes, though. Once again, we have 80% phase 2 support up. 501. Yeah, okay. Huh. Dude, and I saw... So there's an androids mission. What the fuck? That's crazy. I mean, this guy's definitely tough, but... I don't know if he's... He doesn't seem that tough. Yeah, we'll go with Gamma 2. And then, honestly, I feel like the damage he should be able to deal. Yeah, especially this turn. So what I can do here, I'll just float him off. He'll come back around, turn 4. Or he gets the extra super here as well. And we'll have... Oh, wait, what? So does he just randomly not super sometimes? I am so confused on what's happening. This active can be used... Start a battle. Maybe it'd be better to keep him on the rotation, actually. And then I can get Gamma 1 out with this one on turn 5, right? And then on turn 4... wait, actually, no, we only have the one Gohan Gamma 1 now, actually. I do need the support. I feel like will be very, very good. And if we get a turn of, like, AGL Gamma 2 next to STR Gamma 2 with all the support, although him starting slot 7 is going to sort of counteract that, is the issue. Well, you know what I could do? This might actually work out. And then, although... It'd have to be really lucky with the super order. I don't know what to do here. Damn. This is not good. I guess I might as well take advantage of the fact that I can get stacks here. And we'll just do this. I don't know if this is the right play, but... So I'm trying to consider... Like, what's the winning move, right? I think some variation of getting the Gamma 1 active up and the Piccolo active up would be it. But I don't know exactly how to go about like setting that up perfectly. That's what I'm trying to consider here. Because getting Gamma 1 out. Yeah, see, we take a ton of damage if we... with him, if we haven't received a super, ironically. But then again, you know, that sort of practical immunity goes away after several turns, so... Well, we need supers, buddy. No, fuck off with the normals. Oh, god damn it. At least he dodged. I mean, he better dodge next to fucking STR Gamma 1, where we have a 95% chance to dodge. Well, actually, that was only 4 attacks, so isn't that like a 92% chance to dodge? But, I mean, it's effectively the same difference. Okay. I did not do as much damage as I would have wanted to do with Gamma 2 there. And, I mean, missing out on the stacks is actually very, very unfortunate. But still, I don't know, that's crazy. Because he had received so many attacks. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, can I get a better sort of rotation setup this time around? Okay, man, sure. Define better, I guess, right? Define better. Who's in slot 7? Piccolo? I guess we could work with that. So I guess the thing to do here is this. STR Gum 1, slot 1. I don't know if this is going to work out, but... So if I get the counter, which I actually did get the puck here, that is huge. We should be fine. But the thing is, like, I mean, it's a 70% chance, so it's not like a bad chance by any means, but having to get lucky with it every turn is going to be rough. Well, I suppose until turn 5 at least, because turn 5, at that point, it's just straight up guaranteed. But, you know, that means I have to go through another turn first. But honestly, I feel like I'm doing pretty decent damage with this guy. I feel like more so the issue... So his heal is pretty crazy. I mean, it's only 40 mil. But the fact that he's doing that on top of, like, doing the damage he does, I feel like that's more so... Like, his damage is pretty strong, but it doesn't seem to be... I don't know. I mean, these characters are just so strong, so it's kind of hard to rate exactly. Thankfully, I proc the hidden potential. That is actually really good here. And then AGL Gamma 2. I mean, we should be able to do a lot of damage with him this turn. We have STR Gamma 1 support. And he has the perfect 7 out of 7 links with STR Gamma 2, but, you know, we don't have our full build up here, so... Okay, don't do the normals, dude. Stop with the normals. Gamma 2, please. Hidden potential normal. At least it's the guaranteed additional super to finish things off, but, like, are you kidding me, man? 3 normals? Oh my god. So I failed 2 70s and a 50% chance. Like, seriously, man? Oh my god, now he's taking a fuck ton of damage because of it, too. Shit. Am I dead? I might be dead. I think I'm dead. I have to float off Gohan here. It's the only chance I have. And even then, I think I'm just dead. Golden Frieza's just going to take way too much damage. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe this might be a little bit more hard than I was giving it credit for. I wonder if, like, taking Golden Frieza off the team for this might be the play, actually. That might be the way to go. Because he just, this first turn is just going to get completely, yeah. Like, Gogeta would be crazy for this fight. But that means I have to get Golden Frieza turn 1, effectively. Otherwise, Gogeta's not... I feel like Gogeta is just way too strong. I just have to try and risk it, I think. Gogeta, so if I can get Gogeta slot 1,
Alright, let's
I
do
mean, the
this.
dodge is very, very strong, obviously. Although, when I get him on this rotation, dude, fuck. He's practically going to have to, like, not get attacked. And then again, like, how do I live that next rotation? Wait. Oh my god, man. I don't know if it's even, like, possible for me to live that next rotation. I'd have to just, like, dodge with Gamma 2. So I failed the 70%. How much damage do I take failing the 70? Oh! God damn! 1.3. Yeah, that's 6 attempts. Okay. So more so this attempt, like, just testing the water. These 6 attempts, rather. You know, honestly, like, maybe, like, the androids mission, that'll be tough. Honestly, I'm not that blown away. Like, I feel like I just need to more so get, like, luckier with the opening rotations and more so, like, figure out exactly how I want the rotations to be set up. But, so I need to get, like, Golden Frieza turn 1. Whether or not I float him off or, you know, not, you know, I need to get him turn 1 before Broly gets really built up. And then once I get Gogeta out, Gogeta should be very, very effective here. I need to get lucky with Gamma 1. I feel like bringing STR Gamma 2 is definitely the play, but it's going to require me to I'm going to have to, like, get to, like, turn 5 to fully execute the winning turn. Is more so the issue, I feel. But I feel like it's definitely the right play. Yeah, I don't know, he's definitely tough, but especially in comparison to these other bosses. That is something to be considered. But overall, I mean, he doesn't seem that crazy. Maybe I'm underrating him. But the fact that one attempt, I mean, we did 4 health bars of damage. I feel like it should be pretty easy, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. So, what would be the best team to take this on, though, is the thing. Like, you can't attack and defense lower, so Omega definitely not. He has an unarmed super. So, I mean, Gogeta, that wouldn't really work out. GT Heroes. The Tag Blue setup could be really strong. Well, the Blue Gokus themselves specifically, but then what do I... Like, if we look at my teams, right? Like, Blue Goku. So, he'd be strong. If I can get Goten and Trunks to dodge consistently. The Super Saiyan 4s and the Gods, I'd have to float them off after their first turn, but transform, they should be fine. So I'd have to play the entire way out, just hoping and praying to consistently dodge with the Tag Blues. In Gogeta, I'd probably get slaughtered, huh? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly an interesting fight. Yeah, so we'll be back when we have another 6 attempts. I did set up, like, a movie hero version of this with, like, just double Gogeta. I wonder... Maybe double Gogeta would be the better instead of this. Because Gogeta would do a lot of damage to this guy. And his support would be very invaluable to everyone else. It's just the issue of actually getting Gogeta out. I feel like is going to be more prevalent. Plus, practically being able to guarantee being perfectly fine versus, like, I mean, with a dodge. And then, yeah, so I maybe trying, like, double Golden Frieza Gogeta, but once again, then I'm going to have to get lucky. Yeah, I don't know. So either way, I don't know. I'll jump in with one of these teams again rather, later on. So far, it doesn't seem that difficult, but maybe I'm just like really underrating it. I mean, I got my ass handed to me, but in comparison to like how everyone was talking, it doesn't seem that difficult. But I guess we'll see. So, we'll be back later on. Alrighty, we are back here for some more attempts against Bio Broly. Hopefully we can get the win in these 6. We'll see what happens. Once again, I really do feel that with this fight in particular, it's just sort of, you got to get lucky. You have to get really lucky with the opening rotations. If you get bad luck, it's just GG. So what I'm hoping for here, ideally, my rotations will look something like AGL Gohan with Beast Gohan, and then S tier Gamma 1 with Gamma 2. Now, Gamma 1, we're going to need him to get lucky with his counters. But so long as he does that, and I'm going to need Tech Golden Frieza most likely, turn 1, we should be fine. We'll see, though. So let's jump in. I definitely feel like we can get the win in these 6 attempts. I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously. This isn't... Okay, hold on. This is practically exactly what I want. I feel like not having Gamma 1 on this rotation will be pretty hurtful, though.
I'm Dr. Hedo's greatest creation. And I'm also a superhero!
I don't typically like to replay all the animations and stuff. I can't recall if I've actually had them all played just yet in this one. Okay. So what I want to do here, then... this is going to be risky. I feel like we put AGL Gamma 2 slot 1. Now, he only has a 50% chance of dodging. But, at the same time, I feel a lot more confident trying with the dodge than trying for Golden Frieza to live. He actually got it! That's huge. That is really huge, actually. What the hell? I did not actually expect him to get it. I mean, I felt like this was my best sort of chance here. Well... Actually, no, maybe it's not, now that I think about it. How much... I'm gonna need to try and, figure out how much damage Bio Broly's super does at the start. Because you know what, it honestly might have actually been better. So Golden Frieza would have taken a lot of damage for sure. But this guy's gonna be fully built up by the time Golden Frieza gets hit. And that is sort of the issue of why I need to get Golden Frieza on turn 1, actually. Damn it. Yeah, I think I definitely misplayed them. I realistically should have put Gamma 2. Either of the Gamma 2s. The AGL one, though, probably. In slot 3. And just risked it with Golden Frieza. That definitely would have been... I mean, because at least I would have had a better idea of what the super hits for. Because while his starting defense isn't, great, he does have 70% damage reduction in guard. Right? So, I mean, that is very, very powerful. Although, I mean, with how they push power creep, to be fair, it doesn't feel very powerful. But it still is, even though, I don't know, they definitely, once again, I mean, we've all been noting it, they do need to, hopefully, we'll see them not, just hyper fucking jump everything with 11th anniversary. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, I should have had him eat the super. That was a complete misplay. Because, a normal on turn 2, he could live. He takes that same amount, roughly. No, we need... I mean, if I have to go with that sort of dev friend one, yeah, okay. The issue with these ones, though... Yeah. He doesn't have equips, doesn't have maxed out links, but at least the whole hidden potential build is done. I really feel like Gamma 2's damage could be very, very valuable here. Now, this is an example of... Well, actually, no, this is fine. Not perfect, but this is fine. Okay. Now the question becomes what to do here. There's a single attack. Okay, I think we do it for science. For science, we find out how much damage Golden Frieza takes from this. I feel like this is good to know, like how much the initial super will do, because this can help inform me about like, ooh, 790. God damn. We have no HP left whatsoever. That is really unfortunate. You know, it's also unfortunate. This guy is gonna do no damage because he hasn't been hit first, right? Ooh. Yeah, so the normal... That's funny. Because Broly had some of his build-up, right? That's... okay. That's good to know, though. That Golden Frieza can somewhat eat it. I mean, only if it's one super, though. Clearly, if there's more than one... Oh, this is fucked, is what this is. So what I'll need to do here... Man... I'm gonna have to float off STR Gamma 2. And then next turn I'm gonna have to float off Beast. That would be my best play here. I think. Now, Gohan's not gonna take damage from this guy, which is good. The main thing I'm concerned about, once again, which it should be easier to set up next turn, mind you, but we're really going to need, you know, either one normal, right, or just no attacks in general. Golden Frieza, I mean, his initial turn in this fight is not so great, but I really do like the idea of sticking through with it. I really think Gogeta himself will be extremely valuable as an option, right? Because you got to think, in slot 1, you know, he's going to be perfectly fine defensively, so long as you get his orbs, which, excuse me, should be very easy to do, right? And the support he provides, I mean, should make sure that no one else really needs to be concerned about dying to the normals. Because, I mean, this guy's very clearly scripted to just do the one super. Although, on that note, I mean, I've had several turns now where... I mean, not in these attempts yet, but there was 2 attempts in that initial batch of 6 where on some of the turns he just like randomly didn't have a super for whatever reason.
I will defeat you! I shall take on the challenge if you insist on interfering. I'll show you who's the superhero!
So I'm not really sure what the hell is going on there, to be honest. Okay, yeah, so this is gonna be rough. This is possible to live, but just because it's possible does not mean it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get really lucky here. Damn it. I guess we'll just go with the Tech Key Spears. So what we're gonna need to happen is obviously okay. Huh. Oh wow. I did not anticipate him to just fucking get blown away like that. Do you actually have a build? Yes, you do, and maxed out. I think I'm gonna go with the 79% from this time. I really do like bringing really like the idea rather of bringing Gamma 2, and the rotations here actually look pretty good. So long as Golden Frieza, you know, we don't have him take a million attacks. Ooh. God damn it. So, in the sense that Gamma 1 can get his counter here. Right? Well, as long as he actually gets his counter. And then post-super, he'll definitely be fine. But I have to do this. Actually, I can't even get him... I mean, he still has his guaranteed additional, but I literally can't even get him the full key here. Well, no, because how much support do you... Key support? No, you do not. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, if that character gave key support, I actually forgot. Okay, I guess something like this, then? Is the best alternative here. We really have to get this counter. Wait, what? See, once again, well, unless he supers after I attack, I suppose. He could definitely do that. Okay. We'll see what happens here. So, does he only have, like, a... I don't think, like, 50% chance would make sense, but... Does he only have, like, a, you know, like a 70% chance to super every turn or something? Because once again, we have a turn here where he's just not super. And I'm like, so confused. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. Because if I can recreate it, obviously, yay, right? I can win. But if I can't, then, you know, I don't know. This is... I can't make sense of it. Like, why does he just random? It's just random, it seems. That's what I'm saying, like, is it a chance? Because that's the only thing I can really think of as to why just some turns he just hasn't been supering. I have no idea. Now, next turn, we're going to be perfectly set up. So, I always forget with these. Is it just a random orb, or... Yeah, okay. So, AGL and STR go to Tech. And then Fizz and Int turn to Rainbow. Or Fizz or Int, rather. So, I need AGL and Tech. Or no, I need... That wouldn't make sense. AGL and Int is what it was? AGL and Strength. Okay. I just read that too. Jesus Christ. And this is actually perfectly set up, actually. More or less. I mean, it depends. I'm going to need the Int orbs to change. But let me do this. And this should be pretty much perfectly set up here. I mean, Gamma 2. Hopefully I can get a lot of supers with him. That would certainly be very helpful. You know, the only issue here is, like, with this sort of setup here, I need to manage to kill Bio Broly. Like, I gotta kill him by turn 7. That's the thing here. If I get past turn 3, okay. Really? I mean, I guess I only got the double super, but I did not actually anticipate him to even take any damage whatsoever. Oh boy. We're gonna need Gamma 2 to... No, dude, don't do this. See, this is why I started to say something. Gamma 2, please, man. Dude, I swear to... 2 supers. 2 fucking supers. You failed the 70. You failed the second 70. You procced the hidden potential. You failed the 50-50. And just never critting. No fucking dodge. Dude, Gamma 2. I swear, it feels like after that... Like, ever since the data down that had the superhero LR Easy Ace, I swear, my Gamma 2 just does not fucking perform. Before then, I mean, he was constantly getting his chances to proc on all of his abilities. Now it's like this motherfucker he just exists. He doesn't want to actually contribute. It's like, what the hell is happening?
Like I told you, King Piccolo was the old me. is not gonna end like it did before.
I just don't understand how this, like, you just fail, like, come on, bro. I need you to lock in, alright, Gamatsu? Like, it's definitely, the win is very much going to be determined upon if I can actually get Gamatsu to do, because he will contribute a lot of damage if he actually fucking, oh boy. I'm going to need a counter. Okay, we did get the counter, that's huge. I'm sure most people know this, but, that sort of, like, where the screen, like, flashes, it, like, sort of, I say flashes, but, like, it is like a flash, but it gets a little darker. That's when you can tell when there's, like, a counter about to happen. It used to really work that way for, like, dodges, too, but it's a lot, it's not, like, you can't really tell these days. I suppose that's just the best way to phrase it. But yeah, so counters, when the screen, like, flashes like that, so, I mean, even before the animation actually plays. So we did a health bar, actually, with Combo 1 alone. That is very interesting. And the next rotation. So Piccolo's going to get hit here, which means his support is going to be up, obviously. You know, I could probably get a really interesting turn set up with... We'll see. I think, because I don't... The issue is I'm not going to be able to build up my Gohan. So I'd be concerned about... I'd be concerned about AGL Gamma 1, especially with mine only being 55%. You know, we wouldn't have the sort of receiving super buff. But maybe a turn with, you know, like the Gamma actives would be the way to go once again. I'm not sure. That's actually really frustrating. What? You're fucking kidding me, right? There's no way. There's actually no fucking way. That just pissed me off. Dude! I fucking hate Easy at Orange Piccolo's design, man. After receiving an attack. So if this was something like when guard is activated, dodge actually procs guard. Right? But because it's not even when receiving an attack, it's after. So the damage actually has to fucking occur first, which is also a really fucking stupid design, mind you. We had 2 attacks. I have 10% dodge. He dodged both. So we didn't receive a single fucking attack, so he has no build-up. And he doesn't have a support. Which means he's gonna get just fucking destroyed. He's gonna get fucking destroyed. That is so incredibly frustrating. I've been having a lot more success than I thought I would with that Piccolo, I will say. But goddamn, man, like, what? There's no way! 10%? I lose? I probably will lose, honestly. Off of succeeding 2 10% chances. Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, Gamatsu here is failing 80% crits left and right. He's failing 2 70% supers. He's failing the 50-50. And then I succeed 2 10%. Like, it's my luck is so fucking... Because it's not even like, oh, I got 2 10%. I'm so lucky. No, because that screws me over. Because now Piccolo, he's not going to have his extra damage reduction by the time he gets hit. So he's going to get fucking... He's going to take some damage. You know? It's just like, what the hell, man? Oh, dude, don't start. And he just failed 2 70% as well. Like, what the fuck? How am I failing all these 70% chances? And then I succeed 2 10%, but it's only... I succeed 2 10% when it screws me. Like, that's... God damn it. That is so fucking annoying. That is so... Oh my god. I fucking... Chances for supers, man. Aye. Okay, so what we gotta do here, obviously we gotta float up AGL Gamma 2. Being able to get Gogeta out will be a good thing. So we did not get the counter here. I might die. Change might to I die. And, yeah, okay. Great. Another 70% chance failed, by the way. Casual. Just, real fucking cash. Yeah, so this is just like... I really don't even think this fight is that hard. But my luck here... This attempt's already over before it even began, man. What the hell? Like, please, what am I supposed to do here? Like genuine. Genuinely, what can I even do here? Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play the turn out. But, like, there's just no chance. Because I'd have to somehow take less than, like, 200k from this. Yeah, that's what I thought. The only other alternative here, realistically, I think I have a little teeny tiny bit of hidden potential dodge on Golden Frieza. We're talking like 3-6%. Not a lot at all. So I would need Golden Frieza to dodge. That would actually be literally the only way to win at this point. Which is really annoying, mind you, because those other attempts I had set up like so well. I actually feel like that last one looked like it was going to be pretty... Yep. Oh, he took less damage than I thought he would, at least. Like, it looked to be set up very nicely. But, like, I couldn't do anything with that. Because, like... How, like... How does he... it's just so... It's so frustrating. How does he... How am I losing all these 70-80% chances when I need them? And then when I don't need a 10% to proc... And that's also the thing, mind you. If one 10% dodge happened, still would have been unlucky. Because he still wouldn't have gotten his build-up. But I would have lived. Right? I would have been... You know, I would have been fine. I would have gotten one hit. I would have gotten the support. But I wasn't able to do any of that. Like, it's just... Man. Dude. Okay. That's... Okay. Still, I am still of the belief that this fight is actually not even, realistically speaking, that hard. I really don't think so. It just... You need to get lucky. Right? You have to get really lucky. If you don't get lucky, and it's like, oh, well, you have to get lucky, then doesn't that make it... Like, I don't know, it's... I wouldn't go as far as to call this, like... Now, I don't know what Cell Max is doing, and I wouldn't go as far as to call Bio Broly, like, a gimmick fight, because, you know, the Gammas, they seal, and they have the bombs, and... But honestly, I mean, Broly, it feels like it's very easy to control him, if you can actually, you know, get to that point. But it's... And also, if you can... Like, is it like just a 70% chance or something for him to super? Like, if you can consistently get lucky with him not supering... Like, honestly, it should be pretty easy. Especially with all the support I have. The issue... I mean, you just saw the issue, right? So... I guess what I'll do now then, I wanted to hop into these attempts today before I tried Cell Max, so I guess I'm going to cut away here, and then I'll come back when I have another 6. But I'm probably just going to jump into Cell Max in just a moment here, so we'll see how that one goes, whether or not it's easy or what. I did actually see, so there is a full superhero mission for this, actually. very interesting. So I suppose I'll just do that immediately, because I do want to jump into all of these fights with all of my sort of like varying top teams. I mean, it's probably going to be a few days yet before I finalize my top 15s, but I want to actually make sure I've brought all of the characters against the toughest fights before I just like, oh yeah, they're good, and then I have like nothing to back it up, right? Like I actually need to see what they're doing in these fights, even if I have like vague ideas. Like I think I might actually think a bit better, potentially, of STR Rose than I have so far. Now I actually really like Rose in comparison to others, but it's just he's not. The others were just like better set up than him, right? But you know, with these fights, when you're consistently low on the HP, like I say Rose, but you know, the Zamasu portion specifically is what I'm referring to, of course. He should be hitting very hard. He should be very tanky, and the heal will be very nice, right? And I feel like he'd be really good for the Gamma's fight. He'd probably be pretty good for the Bio Broly fight. We'll have to see with Cell Max. So, either way, I will be back. Alrighty, we are back here. Hopefully, you know, Piccolo doesn't want to throw the run this time around. That would be very much preferred, I will admit. But you know, we'll see what happens. So let's jump in here. Yeah, obviously we got another 6 attempts. Do I have the? Yeah, okay, I got the volume good. This fight's pretty crazy. You know, at this point, I feel like we've seen pretty much all the animations, so let me just turn the skip on. No reason to play everything like 80 million different times, right? Now, getting Golden Frieza turn 1 is good. Yeah, there's even only one attack there. This could actually be pretty huge. Under the sort of condition, I suppose, which is definitely going to be very necessary. I'm not even able to get Piccolo's 18 key. That's really annoying. We're going to need the super to happen very early on. Because the normals, yeah. Yep. They're just going to fucking completely demolish my health bar. I think I'm too low already. Yeah, I think we got screwed. Unfortunate. Attempt 1 is over already. Just like that. Like if the super happened first, that is the one thing with this character, as much as I like them. If we're gonna have fights that just do a fuck ton of damage with normals, they do need to receive a super first. And it does help a lot more, you know, if it's their sort of specific type, obviously. You know, with Gamma 1, the Ki Blast, and then with Gohan, the Unarmed, right? Those will help a lot more. But they do need to receive a super first. If they don't have that, yeah, surprisingly, we're alive here. Okay, well, I mean, we'll continue on. This could work, honestly, if I can get the counter. Probably a big if, but if I do get it, obviously we would be set up very nicely here. Now, Beastless Gohan being slot 7, you know, honestly, maybe it is. Maybe it will be a good thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Now, we've only been hit once, so he's not going to do nearly as much damage as he could have this turn, which is really unfortunate, considering all of the support I have up for Gamma 1 here. But the same does apply to Gamma 2, mind you. He has a ton of support here. He should do a ton of damage. So, that heal is crazy, honestly. But once again, so I mean, we'll see what happens this attempt. I already thought it was over, but we're still in it, obviously. But once again, I think this fight, it doesn't really seem that difficult overall to me. You got to get really lucky, I think, more so than anything. Gamma 2 here, I mean, we have perfect 7 out of 7 links. I know this is his first turn, but if we can get like a quintuple, you know, super crit turn, that would be huge. Just throwing it out there. Right? Because he would have this sort of ability here to be able to reduce Bio Broly to his... Well, we didn't crit there. But we got another super. That's huge. Hopefully we get the hidden potential as well. We should get Broly under 2 health bars this turn, so long as he gets the hidden potential. Are you fucking... Man. At least he dodged everything. I mean, without... We were missing 2 build-ups. He probably would have been fine, but still. Okay, so this is the thing, though, with this fight. I'm not really sure how I want to go about this. Because I really feel like Piccolo could help with the super. Right? Obviously, I need Beastless Gohan on the rotation, though, and he needs to be linked next to this guy for the damage, so... What I think I'll end up doing... And this could end up being a very risky move, mind you. I think what I'll end up doing is... Next turn, I'm just gonna float off Gogeta. God damn it, dude. No way. Okay, well, thankfully this is practically gonna do nothing, but... We have no HP. Shit. I'm gonna need this guy to triple super. If Beast here doesn't triple super, we might actually just die to the normals. Like, he does decent against them, considering... Okay, 90k. I mean... Whew, we're alive. See, I thought there was 2 normals there at first. So just 1 normal. We're still in it, though. Right? That is what matters. That's... Okay. Man... Okay. I think what I have to do here... The orbs are actually way too good, unfortunately. So Gogeta, when collecting his first key sphere, just gets a guaranteed fucking full heal. Like, it's a really crazy ability. Okay, and then we even get the 10 orbs for him. Which is huge. So, I mean, he even has the guaranteed dodge here. Okay, we got the counter with Gamma 1. That is so fucking huge. Okay, huge. Because with this, next turn, I mean, we're not going to have the guard anymore, mind you, but we'll still be type advantage. So I have to imagine we should still be pretty tanky versus Bio Broly. It's not like he's like doing any crits or anything, so we should still be fine versus the normals when his intro runs out. And the next turn, he's just guaranteed permanently to counter Bio Broly, which will set us up very nicely. Now, the thing is... No, this might actually work out very well. Well, maybe. If I get screwed by the normals again in slot 1, right? That would be very unfortunate. We'll need to see what happens. So next turn, as long as I receive the super, I'll be chilling. And then Tech Gogeta here. So we did get his 10 orbs. So he has 2 guaranteed additionals, mind you. And I have him, mine's 69%, so I prioritize additional. I feel like additional for both forms is probably the best way to go. On it, so long as I can live next turn, I think it should be GG. I struggle to see how I would lose if I manage to live next turn. That is the big asterisk. If I live next turn. Yeah, no, this should be GG. There's no reason I should be able to lose this. So what I am going to do, I'm going to use this active just to be safe. Little sort of defensive tool here. Now what I'm also going to do, is I'm not, this may seem weird, but I am not going to use the Beast Gohan active. Well, is that the best decision though? Because the sort of logic here is I don't want to get rid of the super, right? But that's... But, I mean, we've seen how, especially with the active up, and the fact that there's only 2 attacks there, so no matter what, I know I should be able to live a single normal. So you know what, actually, I think that's a misplay to not use the active. Let me restart the turn here. We'll be right back. Now keep in mind here, so we are also getting the 40% phase 1 attack support from Gamma 2. It's like, you know, that doesn't sound like a lot at first. And mind you, we're also getting... Well, actually, does his hit androids first? It might hit androids in Superhero. Artificial Lifeforms. So we're actually only getting 20% from this guy. But so we have 60% phase 1 support. That doesn't sound like a lot, but very interestingly... So if we just look at the actual numbers here, we have 400% phase 1 attack, right? And then we have 600% phase 2. So for his active skill specifically, phase 1 support is better. You know, after the active though, his phase 2 goes down to 300%. So then phase 2 support would be better there. But for the active skill specifically, phase 1 support is better. Let's do this. Yo, okay. This is looking really good here. I think we should have it. I think this should be the attempt. Yeah, and then we double digit tank this. And then I swear, like, if Gamma 2 like screws me over at the end, I'm gonna be so... Whew. He better not. He better not. But provided he doesn't, I mean, it should be GG. So he does have at least 2 supers guaranteed. We do have the active skill supporting him. Triple super from Beast as well. Yeah, we're just doing so much damage here. If Gamma 2 actually gives me like a quintuple, you know, the 5 crit 5 super turn here, we're good. Honestly, we're good so long as... So I didn't crit there, okay. So long as I don't somehow fucking die at the end of the turn here, which is why I said this guy needs to dodge, because I don't know how much he needs from the normals. And I am concerned about that. I mean, as long as he gets a lot of supers, I suppose he probably should be fine, but still, like, there's no reason to, you know, even be like, oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine here. Like, I do want him to dodge just to be safe. Wait. Oh, I suppose on the following turns, the guaranteed additional happens first, huh? Then the intro attacks. Okay, good dodge. Oh no, he just double digit tanks. Whew. Yeah, no, that's GG. That's GG. We just dropped the Piccolo active here. Let's go! And I get to see that really huge KO screen. Oh my god. Yo, this guy actually took quite a bit to defeat. That was, what, 13 attempts total? Something like that? Okay, well. I mean, that was certainly, overall, a pretty tough, like, although I would say a pretty fun RedZone as well. I really liked. So with the first two stages, it's like, okay, I've been saying, like, I think they're heading into a longer content meta. I was like, okay, that's what we're doing here. Now to be fair, I feel like the Gamma stage is probably sort of a longer fight because of just having to handle this sort of like seal from Gamma 1 does take quite a bit to handle. But overall, I really like the variety in these stages. We had some long content, we had short content, we had, and mind you, all of these stages. So that's once again, before I do my which I need to get a hurry on, of course, but before I do my final before 10th anniversary actually fully starts, top 15s, I do want to make sure to try all the top sort of teams, at least my sort of top teams against these three fights. So I've used superhero on all of these. The goal isn't going to be necessarily, oh, we gotta win with this team, right? Like that's not what I'm gonna be going for with any of the teams. And I won't even necessarily say I will use all 6 attempts, depending on how each run goes, but I will say that so long as I just don't get massively unlucky, with like the Omega setup, right, where if somehow, right, I just get like one Omega in turn 2 and then one Omega like slot 7, like I was like, okay, well, and that just happens like every time, then I'll come back for more attempts in a scenario like that, of course, right? But besides something like that, I probably will only just like stick to the sort of 6 attempts, more or less, just to see how everyone does. So I mean, there is still actually stage 4 has an androids mission. Well, what does STR Gamma 2 lead again? Does he lead androids specifically? Because if he leads androids, no, he does not. I didn't think he did. Okay. So we wouldn't be able to use like STR Gamma 2, but honestly, and provided we'll need to get lucky, of course, I don't think the androids mission should be that difficult. So I will worry about doing I will make sure to do the RedZone missions at some point. But I would rather prioritize doing the sort of team showcases before 10th anniversary starts. So specifically, I want to jump in with the sort of tag Blue Goku Vegeta setup, right? I want to jump in with I think I might do 2 setups for Omega, actually, as weird as that may sound, because I do really think that, I mean, GT bosses and his sort of like straight up villain setup, it's going to, like, even those can like vastly differ in how they actually perform, especially with like GT bosses where a lot of the characters, really, including Omega himself, mind you, but really need to attack to get their stats, and it's like, sure, in a lot of fights with AoEs, they do manage to be fine through Omega's support, but, honestly, in Cell Max, like, I don't think GT bosses, I don't think that would work. But maybe, like, a villain setup would, so I think it is necessary, or at least worthwhile trying, maybe, is a better way to say it. I had to try different setups for Omega. And then finally, I do want to try out the Goma setup. Goma's great. I really want to see, in a bit, like, sort of differently structured fights, how he's going to perform. Especially because Demonic Power got even more buffs. I do think both EZAs, Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, would probably be really good, honestly, on, Demonic Power. There's just so much support there that I think they should be fine. That's like the one team I think they should like rather be really safe on outside of, superhero, obviously. But either way, so yeah, very fun event. Hopefully they keep the content more or less structured this way for the 11th anniversary. Very, very excited for it to actually begin. But we'll have to see. We do know, so they did actually say that event happening. It's 5 a.m. my time on the 20th, which time I'm recording this, mind you, is 43 hours and 45 minutes out, I believe. So we're rapidly approaching. They did say, which I already thought would be the case, that they're going to reveal the character. So I imagine we'll see the arts. They said character, but I imagine characters, obviously. Unless maybe they only reveal one character now, and then they reveal the next one, this sort of big Dragon Ball stage. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because especially if it is Daima Part 1, then isn't it going to be obvious? If they reveal Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so I don't know what that's about, but we'll have to see. So with that being said, I am going to end things here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.